Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Debbie aside with Rejection and
Hillary Freitas,
today we're
Marketing Mom.
talking marketing mom. In the month of April, we are going to be talking about the hidden frictions in your marketing campaign. And with that, we have several breakdowns in terms of your marketing campaign consists of video marketing, like what we do, copy and conversion, social media marketing, and your content plan. Content plan meaning the stuff that you put up and why you're putting up the images and the videos and the messages that you come up with. Okay, content plan and where you store those items. Now I'm gonna do a quick intro into how frictions happen on in our marketing campaigns. All right, hidden. Right, so I'm going to share my screen, and there you go, and we will close that off, and here we start. Excellent. So Hillary and I are digital marketing consultants and strategists. And these are a couple of our kudos. Together, we have 20 years of experience in terms of dealing in digital marketing. We have international clients as well as local clients in Trinidad and Tobago. Data. When people start with a digital marketing campaign, they usually do their research using big data. Big data can give you insights. The big question that big data does not necessarily answer is what relevancy is big data in terms of giving me my future insights. And all I need to say is COVID-19, and you know, it's the future that we're living and nobody saw it coming. All right. So big data is great, but what do you do with it? Some people go to Google, they do their research, they search what their competitors are doing, they search to see what words are being ranked for, who's on at the top of the page one in the products and services that they do. But then what do you do with it? They create a message, they create a campaign, and then they're talking their information, they're sharing their information, and they don't realize they're talking to no one. In this era, so then when they realize nobody is reacting to their posts, then they go on social media, but realize that social media is where your friends and family are talking about what they did, what fun they did, what cake they baked, what cat they played with. And then also, this is the millennials, this is the new people who are on social media. So I will let you have a quick read. I walked into the kitchen asking my niece for a phone book. She laughed and said I was old and passed me her phone instead. Long story short, spider dead, phone broken, niece is crying in the living room. So is this what people are doing with your messages? They are misunderstanding you because your message to market is kind of missing it.
Yeah.
So then people are not reacting on social media or wherever you're putting your posts. So they go to the beach, they go to the mall, they go to wherever, and they're sharing their message. And everybody's kind of running away from you. So this is what I want to introduce to you. This is a true digital marketing plan, a campaign. It starts with really figuring out what your message is and what message will work that will attract your qualified people. The ones who understand your message, they will come into your funnel. You build the awareness that you exist, that you can help them solve their problem. They understand their problem a little bit. They become aware of their problem, and then they show interest. Say, maybe I could and should really finally solve that problem. So they become interested in what you're doing. They see that you are and can do what you say that you can do. Then they make the decision. They go to their co-workers, they go to their wife, their husband, they go to whoever to help them make the decision to take action on their problem that you have made them aware of. And then they finally take action. Now, this funnel can be 1 week, 1 day, or a year. It all depends on how complicated your product or service is. And eventually, you will have more people taking action and buying from you. When you do this again and again, attract more people because you have evaluated, you've edited, and you've tweaked, and you've gone back out to the market to get more people. Then you get more and more people coming in at the awareness level and more people coming out at the taking action stage. You hone in on who your target is and eventually get more sales, generate more revenue. So people are on their phone, people are on mobile, they are constantly in touch with social platforms, and they are also doing research on their mobile. And this is where we want you to pop up when they are doing their search on mobile, when they are doing their, what they would say, their near me searches. All right. Hillary and I don't like the interruption marketing. So yes, you're on social media putting out your images, but how you do it actually does not interrupt their what they're doing. Okay. So people are out, well, not in COVID-19 story, but people are out with their family, they're at home with their family, in their backyard, and you know, this is the mindset, introducing a little bit of the mindset of where your market is. If your market is a dad, or if your market is a child. So in terms of what evaluating, analyzing, and tweaking a marketing campaign, the frictions that happen is when you don't understand your customer characteristics. Friction happens when you don't understand their search behavior, and when your content on your online platforms, be it your website or social media platforms, your content isn't relevant. All right. Therefore, you wouldn't get people really satisfying all these three elements to get them to where your campaign is optimized. When your campaign is optimized using social media with rules and regulations and using the right process, you will get more qualified clients coming in and buying from you, either from your opt-in on your social platforms or your website, or even in your physical space. We want to celebrate with you your wins, and this is who Hillary and I are, how you can connect with us. And that's my intro, but today we're going to be talking more about video marketing. So if you want to know more about it, definitely stay on the video. If you're here live, Hillary is watching the live people. I am not. And if you are seeing this short clip, you can hop over to our YouTube channel or click the video, and you will get where our bigger presentation is about how to reduce or the frictions you actually create in your marketing campaign when you're doing video, what to avoid, what to be aware of. So I will stop sharing. Sorry. Where am I? Oh, over here. Yeah. Reduce you. Where is my, oh, stop sharing. Sorry, take a little while to get back there. So have you unmuted? All right, Hillary is here with us. Like most people who are at home and working from home, we have children. right? And so I will do the first part
while you do that first.
Such as life, okay? We gotta live with it and roll with it. Okay. So now in video marketing, what we want you to be aware of is people are looking for your transparency when you are putting out videos. Now, there are several types of videos. There are videos that you can create where you have a background and it's pure text. Okay, you can create those videos. You can use PowerPoint, or you could use other software. The other type of video is like what Hillary and I are doing. We come to you once a week on a Thursday at 10:30, and we give you a digital marketing tip. Then there is the other video where we have a specific message, and you use clips, 15 seconds long, 5 seconds long, and you demonstrate in that little clip the emotion of the message that you're trying to deliver. All right, and you do a series of clips with a series of messages, and that's a video as well that you can go to market with. The other type of video is, no, I think that's pretty much it. All right, or the animation. You can go to somebody who can create animations and little words, and that can also work. All right. Now, what you need to consider is the transparency. Are you being transparent in your video? Are you being authentic? Do you have the trust factors in your video campaign? What guarantee do people see when they see you? What is your relevant message? What is your relevancy factor in your market that you're marketing to? And that's where the message comes in. Okay, the message, the video, the image, all of this is part of your marketing campaign, and it should come out of a content plan. So I mentioned earlier that the different ways of a marketing campaign, it could be different mediums, video, social, conversation, the copy and conversion, meaning how do you get people to really understand, develop that interest in you? That's where the copy and conversion come in, and the copy and conversion is in all the aspects in the video, the copy, the social, and your content plan. They all interact with each other, they all integrate, they all do different parts, but it needs to all come together. That's what I'm saying. The frictions in video is the trust factor. So Watermees is outside again.
Oh no, that's not Watermees.
That's not Watermees, okay, all right. All right, so showing transparency in video marketing, what Hillary and I are doing right here is the highest level of transparency. And, you know, you're seeing the real us, you know, being able to stand in front of a camera to deliver a message. It doesn't come easy. It comes with practice and consistency. And yes, Hillary and I have many watches that we've done in the past, but you know, that really doesn't matter. It matters that you keep going and that you keep honing in on what your message is, and you keep developing, always be learning. And so therefore your delivery of your message becomes better, your authenticity and your transparency. Now,
in other words,
video market, pardon?
In other words, you can't measure, you can't improve what you don't measure. Sorry.
Right, exactly, exactly. And then there are the trust factors. The trust factors in your video is that you are the same, be it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, you're the same person, which is in a sense, your profile needs to be the same. And don't forget LinkedIn. Did I say LinkedIn? Anyway. So, and you need to show your certificates. You need to be growing your certificates. You need to be showing your testimony. So on LinkedIn, it's your recommendations. On Facebook, it's now, Facebook just changed their certificate.
Reviews.
All right, Facebook just changed from testimonies to reviews, because before they just used to let people do a 5-star on you, and you should be collecting more of that stuff. The guarantee. What is your low-cost selling item? How do you use that low-cost selling item to get people to come into your sales funnel? How do you resolve people's problem? How do you speak to people to help them see that you are the person that they should be coming to? What is your money-back guarantee? Now, some people don't like it. Some people do well on it. Your money-back guarantee doesn't necessarily have to be 100% money-back guarantee. It could be anything, all right? It could be a coupon. It could be whatever you decide, all right? Because we don't want you to go out of business. We don't want you to go bankrupt in giving back your money. And, you know, Trinis love money-back guarantees, you know?
Freebies.
They love freebies. So, which is why Larry and I decided to do all this free content for you. Anyway, relevancy. Relevancy tends to be a friction because talking to your audience according to their mindset, not necessarily what you want to tell them. You have to understand where they're at and where they are in their buying cycle. All right?
And it goes back, if we could relate, it goes back to that funnel, the slide funnel that you talked about, where they're at awareness, interest, decision, or taking the action.
Yes.
That is when we talk about relevancy. You can't just put out, a post or a piece of content or a video that is all about you and your business and you getting the customer to buy. Or as we said last week, the whole thing with just putting out your features, right?
Yes, talking about features.
Nobody.
The competitor down the street sells the same feature, has the same
Same
features.
thing.
All right.
Exactly.
People keep talking about unique selling point, but they as I said last week, weaving it into your message is where most people lose, and that's where the friction also happens. I give you an example of a friction in a marketing campaign. This happened to me a year or two ago when Massey used to give out coupons at the back of the after you buy and pay for your goods. They did like CVS and those stores away at the end, so they give you a little coupon at the end. Now, the big thing is that they do have a huge database, but they weren't using their database correctly, at least in my mind, because they gave me coupons for diapers. And I'm like, really?
I never got coupons for diapers.
So sorry, I didn't give it to you. But yeah, they gave me coupons for diapers. I don't have children. At least I don't have children that use diapers still. So, I mean, that's a total message to market. Woohoo! All right. Yes, you sell diapers. Yes, I used to buy diapers, but I don't buy diapers now. All right. You're in and within your marketing campaign. That's why digital marketing actually really works, is because after the person buy from you, you can actually go through your database and see who has bought what, and that's the coupon that you give them. Okay?
Yeah.
That's how it
works. Yeah. It's using the data. It's
using
using the data. Another example of how frustrated in terms of the friction is another local price mart. During this COVID-19, all right, when we talk about a campaign, we're talking about marketing campaigns. Email marketing is another one, all right? Whereas everybody is sending information about here's how to make life easier for you during COVID-19, PriceSmart still has its regular blast, sending me stuff about summertime coming up and all of these things when I'm not supposed to be out of my house. So why are you sending me things about buying coolers, getting ready for the beach? And that is not even using data. You've got to pivot.
Completely throw the future out that you did 3 months ago. You gotta throw it out. The future
Yeah.
has totally flipped on us. We
Right.
gotta
And
revisit.
that is a marketing campaign gone wrong. Somebody needed to hit the pause button on that campaign.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Good point. That's a very good point. Um, yeah, and that's what digital marketing is all about. You hit the pause and send that marketing team back to work and says, we need to produce a whole new campaign to
Yeah.
deal with today's COVID-19 story.
New
Right?
content, new social posts to get, because you still want your conversions even during COVID-19. You've got to change your approach, right?
Right. Yes, yes. And so your message going into yeah, like what you just said with email marketing, your message, your message is at the core of your content plan, but life throws you different balls, like little Otami's wanted mommy time right
Ultimately,
now, and mommy needs to be at work doing her video creation for the day. All right. So simple solutions to video, reducing your video marketing frictions is frequency is going to help you to improve. Consistency is going to help you really hone in on what your message is and evaluating and tweaking what it is that you're doing. Conversions, always looking for conversions. And the mediums of sending your message out is your video, your content, your social post, your email, your message on Facebook, and always looking to improve that conversion. Um, IT people can create websites, but IT people don't know how to convert
how
visitors.
to convert.
And that is the purpose of a website. A website becomes an asset when you have a marketing person writing the copy.
Copy for you, right?
So that's my thing on the marketing side of your video marketing. Hillary is going to take us quickly through the, how you would say, not so much the optimizing side. She's going to do the,
Kind of like distribution. How do you get it out?
yeah, what do you do
You
with
know?
your video after you've created it?
Right. So this takes different forms depending on how you've done it. So you would see that Bernie and I, we do a lot of live videos, right? And what you do with these live videos, you first have to plan out your content in such a way that it's easy for you to create the smaller distribution pieces, all right? Um, and if you have a live video, that's great. You can always share that live video to other channels. You can download it and then re-upload it to the other channels. If you do like what we call batching, so maybe you're a business, I don't know, say you're a dentist, or I don't know, like a service professional service provider,
Professional
right?
service provider, yes.
Like accountant. You would want to maybe cut a few videos here in your shirt and tie, because you're a professional service provider. So you want to have that, as we talked about, the transparency, relevancy in terms of answering the right questions. When you are distributing, you want to have a relevant title that speaks to answering a question, but it also has whatever your specific keywords are inside of your title. You also want to repeat those keywords in your video so that it's I don't want to
That's
use
an
it. It's not
easy way
ranked.
to,
An easy
yeah.
way for people to find. So, like, say accounting, all right, it's tax time now. So you want to, if you're doing videos about tax, you want to say tax a few times in the beginning of the video, like the first 1 to 3 minutes. Make sure it's in your title. Make sure it's in your description of the video, both on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Um, get as much content in the beginning so that it shows that you have, because on social, as Bernie shared in the beginning, people's world, they're on social, they're on their phone, which means that their attention span is a little shorter. You want to pack in as much information in the beginning of your video, in the event that somebody says, okay, I'll save this for later. right? You want them to be hooked on that video, so that even if they don't sit and watch the whole thing now, they have saved your video, added it to a playlist or whatever the case may be, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever. All right. You want to give people a reason to continue to watch your video. All right. The other thing is in terms of distribution, make short clips out of it. All right. And then put a link to the longer video. All right. What else? I spoke about things that you do on YouTube and Facebook, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the shorter clip videos. Any questions? Any questions? I'm trying to.
Well, the thing is, everybody wants to know why they should do video. Why should I create a live video on YouTube versus live video on Facebook or live
Facebook.
video on Instagram?
Well, live video on YouTube, you're going to reach a greater audience simply because it's Google. All right. People are searching on Google. And when you go searching on Google, the first things that come up are videos with whatever's the search word. All right. So you're an accountant and you're like, how to prepare tax for a small business, whatever. All right. I don't know the technical terms, but I am a sole proprietor. Do I need to prepare tax? Right? Somebody will be typing that into Google. You've done a blog post and you've done a video. Guess what's going to show up above the text, the video, right? Because the video shows a little more connection. Now, Google doesn't care about the connection, but I
Not
rather,
anymore.
not anymore. But what happens is that they put up more YouTube videos, all right, or videos. Any video actually ranks higher than text, all right. Now, if you are smart, you're going to take your video and embed it on your website. So you have text and video. So it kind of gives it a push up. I'm not talking SEO here because I'm not an SEO expert, but I'm telling you that when you add your video, which has all the keywords that we spoke about, plus a blog post that still has all the keywords, you're kind of like, compacting it. So just common sense alone tells you that that may boost your ability to be found over somebody who just wrote a blog post. All right. Um, you want to do video because when somebody sees you, hears your voice, they could relate to you better. All right.
Yes.
It's I can't hear the voice of words. I can't hear, even if I type everything out, and yes, it makes sense. I'm probably putting the sound of my professor who put me to sleep in accounting class when I'm reading that, versus hearing your excited voice making accounting seem like, oh my goodness, yeah, this is easy to do, but I'm still going to give you the job to do it because you could probably
I
do it.
really don't want to do accounting. Yeah.
Right? But the reality is, if it's your profession, you are passionate about it. So you are going to bring out that like for it. And then the person who's watching is going to feel like, yeah, okay, good. They get excited. They're not excited to do it because nobody wants to do accounting, but they're excited to hand their entire books over to you. All right. That's the effect that you want to have. And you could only really get that if you're sitting down in a room with them, all right, which you can't do right now because of social distancing, or you get on a video and you could reach thousands of other people just doing that instead of this one-to-one, right? That's the other thing about video. When you do one video, you've done this, say, interview, all right? You know how we talk about you interviewing somebody, um, lawyers, they have to go through the same process or whatever, right? You do a video with that process. Now you can share that video and you physically don't have to be there sharing that information
Yeah,
over
that's
and
what
over and
video,
over again.
yeah, video allows you to multiply yourself.
Multiply yourself,
That's what
exactly.
digital marketing does. Digital marketing allows you to multiply yourself.
So, yeah.
But there are good ways to do it, and there are ways, and as we say, you want to do your marketing on digital media because you can measure and you can track
You can
so
measure,
that
you
you
can
can
track, yes.
know what to improve.
Yes.
Another point I'd like to make with what you just brought up in terms of your accounting is that, when you let's say you're an accountant and you're absolutely scared of this camera looking back at you, because that's the reality. Nobody likes looking at themselves. The thing is, that's where Hillary and I would come in somewhat. Not that we're going to do the video for you, because you have to be the one who's doing the video. I can't. We've tried it once or twice where we speak somebody else's language and it's like blah 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 blah, blah. Just pretty hard to do. But what we can do is that we can create and write that message for you, the conversion copy that can really hone in on what you do. We could create the questions. We could set it up as an interview, and that way you can flow and be a lot more comfortable.
Exactly.
Talking. So you're not just necessarily talking to yourself. You're talking to one of us who is doing the interview to help show you and present you in front of your audience. So that's how you can take video marketing in this lockdown time of staying indoors.
Yes, definitely. And you want to be doing a lot more. The thing with the video, as Bernie mentioned earlier, when it comes to consistency, frequency would be how many times you're doing it. Consistency is where you want to get. That you don't want to, like how we are here every Thursday, once a week, right? We're here every Thursday. Don't set yourself, even if you decided that you were going to pre-record rather than doing live, and you say you pre-recorded 10 videos, you had a really good day, all right? You pre-recorded 10 videos. Don't just flood your channels with the 10 videos. Still keep the frequency. If it's once a week, you're doing it once a week. If it's every Monday, it's every Monday. And that you put your content out on a calendar. That's a content calendar. That's part of your content calendar. But it's frequency every week, once a week on a specific day at a specific time. And that's how you want to roll out your content, because what happens now is that your social channels are actually starting to learn your behavior on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, wherever you're doing it. It's learning your behavior. And then what it tends to do is, in the feed, it brings the audience to you at that time or thereabout. So it's not about, okay, I have 5 videos and I'm going to put one up Monday at 7 a.m. and another one on Thursday at 2 p.m. No. Frequency and consistency is very important.
Yeah, and what I would like to add to that is sustainability, which is kind of like what you said, but not in the word sustainability. You want to be able to sustain your plan. So that's why Hillary and I decided on once a week, because doing it any more frequent is going to kill us, because excuse me, we have clients to take care of. We have children to take care of. Right? Yeah. So you got to find what is going to allow you to keep you marketing actively. And as I say, it doesn't make sense doing the 10 videos in January 10th, layering out, posting it out once a week, and then by the middle of March, you've disappeared.
Yeah. All right. You want to, and that is something when it comes to video marketing. I did see a couple out in Australia. They actually spent 1 month. What they did is every day for a month, they did 5 videos. How many weeks in a month? 4 to 5 weeks, right? 4 to 5 weeks. So what they did in 1 month, I believe it was the month of December, they did 5 videos every day. So all they were doing was video production for an entire month. 5 times 30, I don't know how many that added up to. But basically what they did was they created their content so that they can push it out once a week.
Right. Yes. So they did their content plan, but then COVID-19 comes in and then, oh my gosh, pivot.
Right. Okay.
But it's great. It's great because what happens in December is most of us marketing people tend to have a little lull because everybody is busy buying and selling and that kind of stuff. So the clients don't have us too busy because we've already done the campaigns in November and it's being rolled out in December. So I usually use, and Hillary as well, use the October, November, December months to focus on our January to December, the following year.
Yeah.
And yes, and in December tends to be the time when everybody is at relaxing and parties. That's when Hillary and I get to work even more.
To do the
but
work.
we work on our content plan. So what you're seeing here is a result of our content plan in December. It's being rolled out now.
Yeah.
And
so what that tells you is that the content plan just doesn't come up into your head on a Monday morning. You've got to sit down, but at the same time, you've got to be able to weave in leverage, which is why sometimes your content plan, and I know that we'll go into detail with that in maybe week 3 of this month, I think.
Yes.
But you need to, yes, plan it out, but at the same time, allow for the pivots, And how you do that, we'll discuss in detail and when we're talking about the content planning. But you must plan, have a focus direction where you're going, but allow for the pivots.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I think that's our wrap.
Yes.
Excellent. And we're on time in terms of half an hour. In terms of questions, I'm seeing someone asking here, says, how do I take my, let's say I have a lot of content in the form of flyers, in the form of physical stuff that I've put out on previous newspapers and radio ads and so forth. How do I take that and put it into video? How do I put that as part of my content plan?
Well, pretty much anything like flyers or anything like that are usually overloaded with too much information. So you need to break it up into little pieces. So I would use those for some of those shorter videos that you talked about, right? Where we have flash sale, right? You create a little GIF or something like that to get shorter video content in. If you have a little description of maybe what's a benefit to the product that's on the flyer. But effectively, locally, most flyers are so compounded with so much information. You can literally take each little component and create
and
a
make
short video.
Image or a video out of it.
An image
correct,
or a
correct,
video.
correct.
Because you don't want, the one thing that I'd say is don't just scan that flyer and then post it. No, don't do that. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta redo that whole thing. All right.
This is but it is, but if the flyer worked, we can pull it apart and make the social campaign for you.
Yes.
All right. Another question just came in, but I lost it. Anyway, so this month, April, it's all about the hidden frictions of your digital marketing campaigns, what to avoid, and how to, I don't know if you can add a pivot in there, but we'll certainly be talking a lot about pivoting in your content plan because with this COVID-19 story, everybody's life has totally flipped. People changed, who have been accustomed with selling in person and doing a lot of networking in the physical world, they now have to turn to the digital world. And what I want to tell you is that it can happen. Don't do it wrong. Don't just say, okay, I'm doing video and just do video. You have to be aware of what frictions you are creating unknowingly. So touch base with Hillary and I. The link is going to be below. We want success for you and we want to be celebrating the best Christmas. All right. Keep your marketing campaign going. And as soon as that blanket is lifted, when COVID-19 allows us to go back out in the real world again, you will have a business to run still. All right. Yeah. Have a great day.
Have a great day, everyone. Talk to you soon.